tone, taking it off the streets. Getting into. I'm your host, Big Trudette, and this is the Late Bloomer Podcast. Switching the tone, taking it off the streets. Getting into something that's, I'm pretty sure this person here he got some type of effect on damn near everybody. Man, he's an ultimate performer, iconic. I feel like he's the most iconic artist ever. He bridged the gap of race. He's an ultimate performer. He's a father, son, brother. Very misunderstood. Workaholic. In debt. Living above his means. He was a sporadic spender. Going to the store and just putting the shit in the cart. $40,000 shopping sprees and not even just paying attention to the financial literacy part. Let me see. Been famous since he was a kid, all the way up until he died. This guy was very protective of his family. Too many people had control of his affairs, and a lot of people depended on him. Ultimately, he was a prisoner of his own success, and ultimately his own success caused his demise. Who am I talking about? None other than the king of pop, also known as Michael Jackson. Wanna know, what was you doing? Where were you at? And how did it make you feel? Michael Jackson, he come with a whole lot of controversy. We all know that. But Michael Jackson, like I said, I feel like he was the ultimate performer. Someone that could really sing, dance, had a lot of charisma. He had a lot of. Let's give another standing ovation for young man sitting behind you. He just had a lot of stage presence. Michael Jackson. So in saying that, how do you really feel about Mike? What type of effect does Michael Jackson have on your life, your personal life? The reason I feel Mike was so special, man, because from the time he was able to perform, walk, talk, really conjure real thoughts, man, Mike was in the living room being groomed to be what he was. I sat back and watched this movie on Prime today called Searching Neverland. And it was just showing how Mike it was the final stages, like when he was moving from house to house, wasn't really financial stable. He had money, but it was tied up. It was tied up into this. It was a lot of Mike money was contingent on him working. You know what I'm saying? Performing. He couldn't sit back and, really live off of his catalog because he was in such great debt because of his spending habit. He was so frugal. So he had accumulated a whole lot of debt. But in saying that, it was like he was really working to buy a house. He was working to buy a house so his kids could have a home. I took from that he was very protective of his family. He didn't want them to go through the same things that he went through. Like he was very uncomfortable with going out, being around people, because the success that he had, like it was pressure being Michael Jackson. I understand how artists feel today, but I haven't seen anybody with a Michael Jackson effect, like for real. People falling out, crying in the stage. Crying and just the ambulance there. They already got the ambulance pre-concert because they know this the Michael Jackson effect. The slew of artists who done came behind, who done influenced. I took from that, Michael Jackson was really normal. He was a lot more normal than what people think. You know, he wanted friends. He wanted his kids to be loved, knew they was loved. He wanted to be protected, looked out for, and he just really was trying to walk away from the music. Like once he did his "This Is It," it's so ironic that when he announced his This Is It tour, like this is it. This is the final curtain call, and it's like he almost spoke it into existence. He spoke everything into existence. He said that the "This Is It" tour would kill him. He was against it at first, but it was a lot of pressure on Mike to get back on this stage, to keep the ball rolling, and it just translates to the men and women of the day, the pressure that we have to provide, to try to, be the breadwinner, to try to keep up. He basically worked himself into the grave, like literally. Not getting enough rest, not getting enough sleep, not taking care of his body, and on top of that, uppers, downers, the drugs killed him. So we got to be more mindful of taking care of our body, taking care of the temple, the things we putting into it, the things we, coming, running across. All of those things can cut back a person's life span. But I still do feel like I said, not to get off topic, like Mike was the most famous entertainer ever, and it would never be anyone as famous as him, because of, you have people that are 90 or 100 years old. Let's say when Mike died, he was 51, early 50s. So he had been performing since he was 3, 4, 5 years old. He had a fan base since he was little Mike. And that fan base consists of a lot of our parents, our grandparents. So once he come of age and he's doing things like Thriller and Writing on the Wall, this 20, 30-year-old Michael Jackson, he captured the hearts of my generation, the 80s babies, the people born in the 90s. So as he get older, he's in his 40s and his 50s, you got the people that come after me that know about Michael Jackson, whether it be from people, other artists speaking of him in high regards, the controversy that comes with his name. Most of it, I wouldn't say the younger generation, they just know him from people reenacting Michael Jackson. So you would really have to just research him to, get into a lot of his lows of his career and his life right now. Like it's not a big smear Michael campaign going on since he's been dead like it was when he was alive. So I want to know how the people really feel about Mike. What's your opinion of Michael Jackson, and how do you rate him as an artist? How do you feel about his music? I feel like he made great music though, man. I can sit up and listen to a lot of Michael Jackson, Just like I can listen to Stevie Wonder. I feel like Stevie Wonder was another one of those ultimate performers, or is another one of those ultimate performers who make excellent music that you can just go through all type of emotions off of. You know, Stevie will have you feeling good, he'll have you feeling sad, he'll have you thinking about just life in general. You know, the same with Ray Charles. So once again, I just wanted to shed some light on the ultimate performer, the king of pop, Michael Jackson. Like I said, where was you at? What was you doing? How did it make you feel? Do you even care about Michael Jackson? Let's talk. Get in the comment section. You know, respond, engage. Let me know how Mike played a part in your upcoming, your childhood. Did your parents have Mike playing in the household when you were growing up? Your grandma? Were you in front of the TV watching Thriller? Have you ever practiced the moonwalk? So, just here to see how people really feel about Mike and him being gone over 10, 15 years, over 15 years, almost 20 years, and his presence is still around. His presence is still in high regard as far as on the entertainment side. He's still often imitated, but never duplicated. And he still is the upper echelon when it comes to entertainers. It's like, if you ain't trying to be like Mike, then what are you doing? So get back with me. Late bloomers, let me know how you feel about it. Like I said, get in the comment section, like, subscribe, share, and let's talk about the king of pop.